This is the importance to Chicana feminism. Starting off, it addresses forms of oppression. In quote, I will no longer be made to feel ashamed of existing. Quote, Gloria Anzaldúa, a queer Chicana poet, writer, and feminist theorist, wrote that in her book Borderlands, La Frontera, The New Mestiza, 1987, explaining how she rejects the imposed shame created by societal values. Many women of all ages have felt like they did not belong and were not allowed to speak out for themselves. Since the early 1970s, women have faced discrimination within society and seen as less than a man, or even less than human. Chicana feminism highlights the different struggles women have faced throughout decades and their efforts to receive better treatment, not only within gender, but as well as race and class. Gender. From not being able to vote to not being able to speak your mind or have your voice heard. Women have repeatedly been shut out throughout decades just for their gender. So some decided that it was about time to create action and chaos to be noticed and recognized. Dolores Huerta, American labor leader and feminist activist, along with other women, have marked history with great change. Huerta co-founded the National United Farm Workers, along with Cesar Chavez. She inspired many who joined the movement for better work conditions, wages, and representation, as well as the Brown Berets who focused on the change to discrimination, police brutality against Mexican Americans, and advocated for educational reform, access to health care, and adequate housing. Throughout the span of a decade, they made themselves known and heard. Race. It played a major role in society and the views of many. Because of this, it did not just affect work and job opportunities, but education and future generations. This is important because not everyone was given the same access to education. This meant that growing up, those who had less education would be less likely to get into a stable career. For women, they were expected to not get an education at all, and rather stay at home. Thanks to Chicana feminism and speaking out, more and more women are able to go to school and pursue different careers regardless of their gender or race. Class. To this day, some people still believe that a woman should stay at home to take care of their husband and children. However, many women are deciding and starting to not want to get married or have kids. Thanks to the access to education that women have now, that was built up by the Chicana feminism movements, they are deciding to commit to their career before deciding if they want to have a family. Emphasizes community, survival, and freedom. The importance of the idea of Chicana feminism is to unite for better recognition and to break free of their gender roles typical within Mexican American society and the different stereotypes created throughout generations. Not only was this idea able to connect communities by taking action, create better education opportunities, and create gender equality in law and in practice, but it also shows how much of an impact one intention can have if it is spoken out. Below are some videos, one made by the ASU Hispanic Research Center, which is the Virtual Art Tour 2.0, La Chicana Identities and the Root of Chicana Feminism. On the right, there is a video by Time titled Latinas in the Labor Movement, The History You Didn't Learn. And in the middle, there is a picture presented, and it is inspired students who create art as a form of expression and creativity. Below that is the works cited. Thank you for listening.